Good evening, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday evening, and it is like 7:30 Big Brother time, 7:20 Big Brother time. Obviously, it's late. It's like, well, the Big Brother episode is already aired. I have not seen it. I did see I retweeted one of the preview clips that came out of Angela craving food and being on a slop diet, and I kind of was like, oh my gosh, they made a funny bit. It was funny about Angela not being able to eat and the others eating the food. I think we're not sure of the genesis of that or exactly when it happened, or at least I'm not yet, but at first we thought they were eating her food, but it sounds like it may have been other food too. So I'm not sure if it was all her food or not, or if it was implied it was her food. But it was funny nonetheless. In other news, so what is going on in the house? All right, so here's my cheat sheet. All right, are you guys ready? One of my cheat sheets is I will occasionally check out BigBrotherNetwork.com. I have always been a fan of Big Brother Network and a friend of the owner, Matt. And he's been a long time Big Brother person. He used to do the interviews before CBS got stingy with the money and then started doing it other ways and stuff. But Matt used to get to go out and do the preseason interviews and stuff. But Matt's site, Big Brother Network, is very good because a couple of people and Matt do a great job of getting timestamps, which aren't as important this year without flashback if you can't have a way. But they're still there. They're still great. It is still good to have. Tells you what time certain things happen, what happened. It's much more, it tends to be much more factual. Here's the facts. Here's what happened. Here's when it happened. It doesn't catch everything for sure, but kind of like Joker's updates kind of catches updates. This is another site, and these are permanent sites. This is not a Twitter timeline. You can go there and you can pick the day. You can read it. Dingo, her site tends to be more of a summary and a definitely editorialized summary, which is great. It's great too. They all have their different uses. But tonight, since I've been really busy today, and then tonight I was doing stuff, I read Matt's site as far as what went on in the house, and that's where I'm, along with my scanning Twitter timeline and that kind of stuff. I'm doing a bunch of different things trying to keep up. I may watch the feeds a little bit when I get home tonight, but as it is, it's just, it's been a crazy day. So what I learned today, and I'm sharing with you, and my interpretation, because I editorialize, that's for sure, it really does sound like Brooklyn's probably going to be going, unless she wins the AI. And then the question is it going to be Cam or is it going to be Chelsea if they're up against each other? I think if Tucker had his way, it would be Chelsea. But Takor, and Takor has chemo with her, really seems to be leaning on wanting to keep Chelsea, doesn't want to do that, would rather get rid of Cam. And that might be enough in the House to get the House to vote to get rid of Cam, because Cam is not doing anything, and he isn't seen he's definitely seen as less of a threat to Tucker, and we'll just have to see. So we'll talk more before tomorrow night if we think something's going on. But that's where I'm kind of thinking it's leaning right now, is that if Cam is up there versus Brooklyn, Cam stays. If it is Cam versus Chelsea, then Cam might go. But if Chelsea goes, I won't be completely shocked. But if Brooklyn's up there against either of them, she should be the one going. What else? Yeah, Brooklyn's never managed to convince the girls to all vote the guy, to keep an all-girls alliance if it's her versus Cam. I think Brooklyn will go if it's her versus Cam. That was an interesting thing I got off of Big Brother Network today, is that there's I don't know how serious it is, or if it's just Tucker just kind of weaving more things. So he talked to Angela, he's talking to Angela like they have a final two. He's talking to Joseph like they have a final two. He'd kind of imply he has a final two with Rubina, right? But talking with Angela, he's like, I really kind of want to work on. And of course, remember, Angela, Tucker are in an alliance with Takora, Chemo, Joseph, and Rubina, I think, right? Anyways, there's an alliance going on there already. And now they have added to the mix an alliance with, or a potential alliance, a 3-person alliance with Tucker, Joseph, and Angela. And then Tucker tossed out maybe Mackenzie or Leah to the mix or something, because remember, Mackenzie and Leah have been hanging around. And so it looks like potentially you're adding Leah in. So a 4-person alliance composed of Tucker, Angela, Joseph, and Leah. Now, it's not even gotten to the handshake phase or the, name phase or anything. So it doesn't mean it's going to happen, but, it's one more thing going on potentially, which is just interesting. Just interesting to see Leah actually being part of an alliance, because she really hasn't been this whole time. I don't know how serious an alliance it is, but that happened. And then just other talk about, that like I said, like how the voting's going to probably go. And they played hide. They didn't play hide. They hide and go scare. I don't know. They were scaring each other this afternoon. I saw one clip and I retweeted it of Leah came out of the diary room and Tucker was hiding in the kitchen. He jumped out and scared her, and then they would take turns scaring each other. That's what they were doing. I don't know how organized it was. I don't know how it got going, but that was going on. And of course, when that kind of stuff's going on, there's not much gameplay talk going on. So that's it. That's it for my afternoon update. We'll talk in the morning and see if any more real game talk happens tonight, if anything gets solidified. But I just don't. I mean, it is what it is. It's probably Brooklyn. If Brooklyn is safe with the AI competition, then it's probably Cam. I can't say with 100% certainty, and things could change. Remember, I tweeted it and I haven't gone back to it. The decision to evict Cedric last Thursday happened right before it. I mean, I posted, I remember I took 3 screen caps right as the vote happened where Chemo and Takor lean into each other. They showed it on the show, on Sunday's show. They showed them all talking in the back. But right before they sat down to vote, Chemo leaned into Takor. And that is when Chemo probably said, we're getting rid of Cedric, or we're keeping Rabina. That happened right at that moment. And that was the tipping point right there. It happened right before the vote. So we just don't know. We just don't know what could happen leading up to it, which is great. Hey, you know what? It's great. It's suspenseful. It's nice to go into things saying, I'm not sure who's leaving. That is a benefit of this AI comp, is that we don't know who's leaving because we don't know who's going to be left there at the end. I'm hoping that tomorrow night is the last night to do the AI arena. I'd be ready to be done with it. The 3 people thing is a lot. And it does make it more difficult on the head of household to have to put up 3 people, potentially 4, if the power veto is used, right? So it's a lot. So with that, I am going to sign off. I'm going to get home, probably going to watch the show, get on Twitter a little bit maybe. We'll see. I did finish watching, if I didn't say it this morning, I did finish watching the second 2 episodes of The Anonymous that I talked about. Both good. I'd watch it. I'm anxious for the next episodes. I'll be watching it through the duration. Good show. And a lot, very, very, very circle-like. A lot of circle in it. Had that very circle feeling, except for half the things they were talking to each other face to face. So it's interesting. It's interesting to watch people do both. Play the circle game and play the real life in-person game. It was interesting. With that, I'm out. We'll talk to you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for your support. Thanks for listening. And I hope you have a good evening. Bye-bye.